Thank you for tuning in to On Fire TV. We are a 24-hour independent news and entertainment channel. We produce original movies, documentaries, reality-based shows, and podcasts. On Fire TV is made possible because of viewer and listener support. Go to onfire-tv.com to become an On Fire Plus member. Your dollars and your support have kept us going, and we are just getting started. Welcome back. Your man Dominic K in here, of course. The Dominic K Show on fire-tv.com. On fire-tv.com. Lot of stories to get into today. Of course, here, episode 1502. We're going to talk about this Massachusetts man that's charged with killing his wife, suspected she was having an affair. Of course, Lamar Jackson has inked a 5-year, $260 million deal with the Baltimore Ravens. We're definitely going to talk about that. His mother and Lamar sticking to their guns, proving haters wrong, so-called experts wrong. We're going to talk about that. Carolyn Bryant, whose accusation led to the lynching of Emmett Till, this piece of crap lady has died at 88 years old. Security Mall in Baltimore County, and the NAACP have agreed on measures to prevent street racing. The Red Table Talk is being shopped to networks. It has been canceled by Facebook. Legendary talk show host Jerry Springer, dead at 79 years old. R. Kelly transferred to federal prison in North Carolina. Of course, we got to say rest in peace to the legend, Harry Belafonte, singer, actor, activist, passed away. Also, Mike Pence testifying before the grand jury that is investigating the January 6th insurrection. Disney suing Governor DeSantis over control of its Florida resort. A lot of things to get into today, and a lot of things to unpack, and we will do that right after this. So many of the so-called experts said that it could not be done. Could not be done because Lamar Jackson did not have an agent, one of the agents that are recognized by the NFL. Did not have one of the so-called required agents to negotiate. But the Baltimore Ravens and quarterback Lamar Jackson have agreed on terms for this 5-year contract extension to the excitement of Baltimore Raven fans. This lucrative deal comes after a very difficult negotiation process that endured for nearly a year. Now, if you remember, the Ravens put the non-exclusive franchise tag before he responded with the trade request. Oh, it got ugly. It got ugly. And if you watch any sports shows like I do, they were all talking about how Lamar needed to have an agent. And it was many folks that, played ball before and had agents themselves. And they're looking like, I had to have an agent. How can this young kid do it without an agent? And then bare minimum, the agent, quote unquote agent, is his mom, right? Oh, and they greasy. We're talking greasy. They were talking so bad But this record-breaking business transaction was ushered in by Lamar's mother, who is his agent, Felicia Jones. She's the real Tasha Mack. She had been blamed, scrutinized, criticized due to what several media outlets perceived as a lack of experience in negotiating agreements in the NFL circle. And they quiet now. Oh, but a lot of them got a whole lot of crow to eat. I don't think I heard of any so-called sports expert giving Lamar and his mom a chance in these negotiations. Lamar's deal will pay him $185 million guaranteed, and it makes him the highest paid signal caller in the NFL, ahead of Jalen Hurts, who recently signed a 5-year contract extension with the reigning NFC champion Philadelphia Eagles. His was worth $255 million. So Lamar needs to take this thing to the Super Bowl. Take this thing to the Super Bowl. I'm so happy for this family. I'm so happy for Lamar. I'm so happy for Miss Felicia Jones. I'm so happy for the Baltimore Ravens and the Baltimore Ravens fans. We are gearing up for a big year. Yeah, we are gearing up for a big year. So yeah, a lot of folks got stuff to say. A lot of folks, have been proven wrong. Don't you just love it? I'm loving it right now. The Ravens looking really, really good. So the husband of a Massachusetts woman who has been missing since New Year's Day, the husband suspected she was having an affair, persuaded his mother to hire a private investigator to prove it, according to the prosecution's documents, which were released today. In December, Brian Walshy would repeatedly access the Instagram page of one of Anna, his wife's male friends from D.C., where she was working. Prosecutors said his mother hired the investigator on December 26th with his input and direction to conduct surveillance, and the next day, his oldest child's iPad was used for an internet search on divorce. Walshy is 47 years old, has been charged with first-degree murder as well as misleading a police investigation / obstruction of justice and the improper conveyance of a human body. Man, this is a really, really sad case. First-degree murder conviction in Massachusetts carries a mandatory life sentence without parole. Walshy is accused of killing his wife, Anna Walshy, dismembering her, and disposing of her body. He pleaded not guilty today in Norfolk County Superior Court. The judge ordered that he was to be held without bail. Is it ever that bad that you have to go to these extremes? Man. Yeah, so if he did kill his wife because he suspected an affair, then he deserves everything that he's going to get. Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty disgusting case here. This husband accused of killing his wife, dismembering her body, and then disposing of it. So Massachusetts doesn't play with regards to this. First-degree murder conviction, as I said, carrying a mandatory life sentence without parole. We're going to continue to follow this case. It's ugly out here. It's real, real ugly. You listen to the John McKay Show on fire-tv.com. Take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the show after this.
Looking for food that feeds your soul? Hoodfellas Bistro and Catering is your local African-American-owned restaurant offering American cuisine. Located across from the courthouse, we offer daily jury specials to reward civic duty. Enjoy our full-service restaurant and fully stocked bar. Dine in, pick up, delivery, and catering. Our themed happy hours feature live music, handcrafted drinks, and weekly specials. Book your private event at hoodfellowsbistrocatering.com.
You're watching OnFire-TV.com, featuring news, interviews, and entertainment. Broadcasting from Radio On Fire Studios in Baltimore, Maryland, here's your host, Diamond K.
Welcome back. You man, Diamond K in here, of course. The Diamond K Show on fire-tv.com, on fire-tv.com. So today, Carolyn Bryant Donham, the woman at the center of the death, the murder of Emmett Till, the white woman who accused this teenager, and her accusations led to his lynching, his murder. Her discredited, let me also say that, her discredited accusations against Emmett Till back in 1955. She has died in Louisiana. According to coroner's reports, Emmett Till's murder in Mississippi helped ignite the civil rights movement, if you remember, in part because his mother held an open casket funeral with a photo of her son's badly disfigured body appearing in black media at the time. Carolyn Bryant Donham, 88 years old, died on Tuesday, Westlake, Louisiana, according to the parish coroner's office. She was the last living person directly involved in that tragic case. Emmett Till was visiting from Chicago, beaten, shot, and mutilated in Money, Mississippi on August the 28th, 1955. 4 days after Donham was 21 years old, accused him of whistling at her. Till's death and an all-white jury's dismissal of all charges against the two white men who later confessed to his killing drew national attention to the atrocities and the violence that African Americans faced in this country. Her then husband and his half-brother, J.W. Millam Roy Bryant, her then husband, were charged in Till's murder and put on trial in 1955. This all-white jury acquitted both men after Donham testified that Till had grabbed her waist and made sexual remarks while at the general store she ran. Disgusting. In 2021, the U.S. Justice Department closed its reopened investigation into her role in the murder following a publication of a book whose author wrote that Donham told him she lied about Till making sexual advances. The department said it could not prove Donham had ever made that confession, though it added that there was considerable doubt as to the credibility of her version of events. You don't say. You don't say. In 2022, a grand jury in Mississippi declined to indict her for kidnapping or manslaughter. A few weeks before the grand jury's decision, a 1955 arrest warrant for Donham on the charge of kidnapping Till, which had never been served, was located. Yeah, I mean, it is just a tragedy. It is an American tragedy. But sadly, things like this occurred more often than you thought. More often. So this lady, this controversial figure, this real piece of crap has passed away and met her maker. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok at The Dom McKay Show. Of course, on fire-tv.com. Thank you for tuning in to On Fire TV. We are a 24-hour independent news and entertainment channel. We produce original movies, documentaries, reality-based shows, and podcasts. On Fire TV is made possible because of viewer and listener support. Go to onfire-tv.com to become an On Fire Plus member. Your dollars and your support have kept us going, and we are just getting started. Welcome back. Welcome back. Your man Dom McKay in here, of course, the Dom McKay Show. In Randallstown, the Randallstown NAACP has reached an agreement with Security Square Mall here in Baltimore County, and they're trying to prevent dangerous street racing and the burnouts that have been taking place in the mall's parking lot. President Ryan Coleman said that the NAACP met with the mall management and agreed to some new security measures, including more lighting and gates. There have been videos posted on YouTube showing cars racing and doing burnouts as crowds watch in the parking lot of the mall in Woodlawn. Of course, this is a huge problem. Whenever you're trying to redevelop an area where you have dangerous activities happening at the mall, they've been trying to revitalize the security mall complex. There's now a Chick-fil-A and some other things that are coming. So this mall was once a big staple in Baltimore County. Now it has really become, I don't want to say an eyesore, but kind of, sort of. So we have this destructive behavior like these cars, and it is definitely impacting the transformation. NAACP has been working with Baltimore County and Maryland leaders to try to redevelop that area, trying to bring in some new shops, some new restaurants, and of course, some recreational spaces. But the car racing and burnouts is not what they have in mind. I just, I definitely want to see this area. I used to work in that mall years ago. I definitely want to see that area redevelop, get things on track. So NAACP has said that they've asked for outdoor security person with a vehicle that drives like most other malls in the country. So they've agreed on that. They've agreed to get better lighting. It is very dark up there. Obviously, lighting is, not good. They also agreed to a gate that you could put up, lock them all down after hours so no one can get in. So, of course, the kid's going to find somewhere else to go. I mean, that's just what happens. But I think they're taking some steps, some measures to get things on track, to get things in the right direction. And ultimately, like I said, we want to see that space developed. You want to see it looking good. You know what I mean? They got Owens Mills, the area that used to house the Owens Mills Mall. They got that looking good. And you want to see something like that in the security mall area. So I hope that they get these things going. Welcome back. Welcome back. Your man Dom McKay in here, of course, the Dom McKay Show onfire-tv.com, onfire-tv.com. Now, the Red Table Talk. You remember the Red Table Talk? It wasn't that long ago, was it? So the Red Table Talk, which has been canceled by Facebook. If you didn't know, the Red Table Talk was one of the original Facebook Watch series that they had, and they have pretty much done away with the whole idea of Facebook Watch's original shows. So there was a time they were really pushing these original programs, and the Red Table Talk was one of those shows that they were pushing. And you remember this is hosted by Jada Pinkett, her daughter, her mother. So that whole thing is not going to be there anymore. The Facebook Watch Originals, Meta is shifting its focus on creating the virtual reality experiences in Meta Horizon worlds. So this has been canceled. Red Table Talk is being shopped to other networks, and hopefully, somebody will pick it up. I was definitely not a regular viewer of this show, but they had a lot of viral moments. A lot of folks seem to enjoy it, and hopefully the good folks over at Westbrook Inc., who produce the Red Table Talk, will find a new home for Jada Pinkett Smith's vehicle. Did you watch this show? Is this something that you are checking for? Did you miss it? Are you going to tune in and figure out where they go? I'd like to know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok at The Diamond K Show. Of course, djdiamondk@gmail.com. Take a quick break, and we'll come back with more of the show after this. Welcome back. You man, Diamond K in here. Legendary talk show host Jerry Springer has passed away, 79 years old, according to a statement from his family. So Jerry, his ability to connect with people was at the heart of his success. He was politics. He was broadcaster. Joked with people on the streets. He had this incredible, legendary show. The Jerry Springer Show was wild. It is definitely something that folks remembered. I can't think of anybody who doesn't like Jerry Springer. All right. Springer served as Cincinnati's 56th mayor back in 1977. He had been diagnosed with cancer a few months back. His health had taken a turn for the worse, and it is reported that he passed away at his home in Chicago. Jerry Springer is survived by his daughter, Katie Springer, and his sister, Evelyn. I remember watching, and I'm talking about when the Jerry Springer Show first came out, it was really wild. I think that they toned it down a little bit, and it seemed that, I don't know, it got a little corny towards the end, but you could always turn to it, and they could Jerry, Steve. You remember Steve Wilcott, the security guy. It was just a lot of funny things about the Jerry Springer Show. Definitely legendary. So definitely want to say rest in peace to Jerry Springer, and peace and love to his family and friends. Thank you for tuning in to On Fire TV. We are a 24-hour independent news and entertainment channel. We produce original movies, documentaries, reality-based shows, and podcasts. On Fire TV is made possible because of viewer and listener support. Go to onfire-tv.com to become an On Fire Plus member. Your dollars and your support have kept us going, and we are just getting started. Welcome back. Welcome back. You may dominate in here. R. Kelly, the disgraced R&B singer, convicted sex trafficker, has been transferred to a federal prison in North Carolina. Of course, R. Kelly, real name Robert Sylvester Kelly, was moved to the FCI Butner Medium. This is a medium security federal correctional institution. And, so the Butner complex sits north of Raleigh-Durham, and it has two medium security facilities, a low security facility and a medical facility. The Unabomber, Ted Kaczynski, is being held at the medical facility. This is where the Ponzi scheme mastermind Bernie Madoff died back in 2021. He was serving a 150-year sentence. R. Kelly was previously being held in Chicago, where he was sentenced in February to 20 years after being convicted on 3 counts of production of child pornography and 3 counts of enticement of a minor to engage in criminal sexual activity. Now, R. Kelly was already serving a 30-year sentence on racketeering and sex trafficking charges after being convicted in New York in September 2021. I don't know. He's never coming out. How does it come that he is released? Prosecutors accused R. Kelly of using his celebrity status and network of people that he had at his disposal to target girls, boys, and young women for his own sexual gratification. Last week, attorneys for the former entertainer moved to appeal his federal racketeering conviction, calling the charge absurdly remote and saying it's aimed to prosecute him for allegedly having these misdeeds that go back decades without pesky statutes of limitation obstacles. The federal statute under which R. Kelly was charged requires proof of an ongoing criminal enterprise. And his attorneys allege that the prosecution failed to show that there was any collective of individuals who shared any common purpose other than to promote R. Kelly's music. So he's saying that this is not a ongoing criminal enterprise, and kind of debating things on that. But no matter how you twist it, it just R. Kelly. I don't see him coming home. I mean, even if you get the 20 years thrown out, he still got the 30 years. It's just a really, really tragic case when you really look at it and you really think about it. Sad thing. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, at The Dom and K Show. Of course, on fire-tv.com.
Visit onfiretv.com for live top stories, breaking news, and original shows.
Welcome back. You may dominate in here. Of course, gotta say rest in peace. To the legend. And, you throw around a word like legend. Some people do. But Harry Belafonte was an official legend. Legendary singer, legendary actor. He was an activist. We're definitely devastated to report the death earlier this week of Harry Belafonte. Just this longtime civil rights icon who was a super popular singer and an actor. He was 96 years old when he died this week of congestive heart failure. He was the son of Jamaican immigrants, grew up in the streets of Harlem and Jamaica. In the 1950s, he spearheaded the calypso craze, becoming the first artist in recording history with a platinum album, the first one. He was also the first African-American musician to win an Emmy, along with his rise to worldwide stardom. Harry Belafonte was deeply involved in the civil rights movement. one of Dr. Martin Luther King's closest confidants. He helped him organize the March on Washington back in 1963. Just a legend. 96 years old. The late, great Harry Belafonte.
You're watching OnFire-TV.com, featuring news, interviews, and entertainment. Broadcasting from Radio On Fire Studios in Baltimore, Maryland, here's your host, Diamond K.
Welcome back. You made Diamond K in here, of course. The Diamond K Show. If you need to get in touch with me, very easy to do that. djdiamondk@gmail.com. Miss any episodes of the show, can very easy catch up on fire-tv.com/Diamond K. Any music submissions, business info, contact me, djdiamondk@gmail.com. So, this has been something that the former vice president has been fighting for a while. Mike Pence testified before the election probe grand jury today. And, of course, what are they investigating? You know what they're investigating. The efforts by then-President Donald Trump and his allies to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election. Former VP Mike Pence, his appearance before this grand jury in Washington today, scrutinizing the president he was once so loyal to. This served as a milestone in the Justice Department's investigation. It more than likely is going to give prosecutors this key first-person account about certain conversations and events in the weeks preceding the deadly January 6th insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. It definitely has significant political implications coming, as Pence is, hinting that he's going to run for president. I don't know why Pence is going to run for president. Here's what's so crazy about Pence running for president. The very people that he's trying to get to vote for him are the same people, the same mindset of folks that were saying, hang Mike Pence. I mean, but this potential run against Donald Trump, who is by leaps and bounds the Republican front runner, it is very interesting that Mike Pence is even trying to run for president. So this subpoena to testify came early this year. Trump's lawyers objected, citing executive privilege concerns. A judge in March refused to block Pence's appearance, though he did side with the former vice president's constitutional claims that he could not be forced to answer questions about anything related to his role as presiding over the Senate's certification of votes on January 6th. Now, it is not immediately clear what Pence may have told the grand jury, but he is the most high-profile Trump administration official to be summoned before the panel. So inside the federal building where the grand jury has been meeting, which is ironically just blocks away from the U.S. Capitol, security was high because of Trump's appearance with an unusual amount of activity from U.S. Marshals. Yeah, this is, this is like a movie. This is like a movie. We have, it is so ironic. You have Trump with all of his legal woes, and you got Pence testifying. He's running for president. We're going to talk in the next story about Governor DeSantis and him being sued. This is just, these Republicans are a mess. But before we get out of here, we're talking about the debacle that is the Republican presidential hopefuls. And it seems like you can't be a Republican presidential hopeful unless you got some kind of court case going on. Yeah, I mean that seems to be the only way. That seems to be the only way that they're going to pay you any attention is if you are some kind of way involved in a lawsuit. Now, the massive company Disney, everybody knows Disney, has sued Governor DeSantis, who is hinting at jumping in this presidential race, this Republican primary. So they're suing DeSantis and the oversight board after the vote to nullify the agreement with special taxing district. You know, Disneyland is like its own little thing. So the Walt Disney Parks and Resorts on yesterday sued Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, and his hand-picked oversight board is accusing the 2024 presidential Republican prospect of weaponizing his political power to punish this company because they were exercising their free speech rights. The lawsuit was filed in federal courts minutes after the board appointed by DeSantis to oversee Disney's special taxing district, did their own thing and voted to invalidate an agreement struck between Disney and the previous board. So it has been this back and forth between Ron DeSantis and Disney. The lawsuit characterizes Wednesday's vote as the latest strike in a targeted campaign of government retaliation orchestrated at every step by Governor DeSantis as punishment for Disney's protected speech. So, what is Disney talking about? You know, the what they call the Don't Say Gay bill that Ron DeSantis has been pushing in Florida, pushing in schools. Disney spoke out against that last year. And Disney CEO Bob Iger hinted at the entertainment giant's case against the state when he told the shareholders earlier this month that the company has a right to freedom of speech just like individuals do, he said. The governor got very angry about the position that Disney took, and it seemed like he decided to retaliate against us. In effect, to seek to punish a company for its exercising of a constitutional right. And that just seems really wrong with me, the company CEO says. So this fight is now shifting to the courts. Now, ironically, DeSantis is getting ready to announce that he's running for president. He's in a fight in the state that he's governor of against the biggest employer in the state, Disneyland. Disney, it just does not make sense. The Walt Disney Parks and Resorts, like I just, of all the people, of all the companies rather, but this saga is continuing. And Ron DeSantis spoke out from Israel. Of course, he's touring the world because he's preparing to run for president. So he spoke out from Israel today about being sued by Disney. And, he's feeling himself. He's feeling himself. But I don't know. I don't know if this is going to go well. The Florida governor's battle with Disney has really become a flashpoint in the early stages of the 2024 Republican presidential primary. Former President Trump and a slew of other candidates and potential rivals, including Chris Christie, have really slammed DeSantis for his actions. They definitely come off as anti-business. So this company comes out and gives their thoughts on laws that he's trying to push, and then they get penalized. And Republicans are supposed to be the party for businesses. I don't know. Just what's left is right and what's right is left. It's all confusing. It is all confusing. And if you're not paying attention, you can really get lost. course, I'll be back here tomorrow, 6 p.m. Yours truly, Diamond K. Of course, at the Diamond K Show, djdiamondk@gmail.com. You want to get in touch with me, very easy to do that. You want to support what we do over here, you can go to onfire-tv.com, hit the join button. You can become one of our Patreon supporters. You get twice the contact for any business ads, mentions, unboxing, posts, collabos, anything like that. djdiamondk@gmail.com. And I will see you guys tomorrow.
Looking for food that feeds your soul? Hoodfellas Bistro and Catering is your local African-American owned restaurant offering American cuisine. Located across from the courthouse, we offer daily jury specials to reward civic duty. Enjoy our full-service restaurant and fully stocked bar. Dine in, pick up, delivery, and catering. Our themed happy hours feature live music, handcrafted drinks, and weekly specials. Book your private event at hoodfellowsbistrocatering.com.
Thank you for tuning in to On Fire TV. We are a 24-hour independent news and entertainment channel. We produce original movies, documentaries, reality-based shows, and podcasts. On Fire TV is made possible because of viewer and listener support. Go to onfire-tv.com to become an On Fire Plus member. Your dollars and your support have kept us going, and we are just getting started.